The Prince of Wales. The Prince of Wales. Prince William is the elder son of His Majesty the King and Diana, Princess of Wales. Following the death of Her Majesty the Queen, the King announced in his address to the nation and Commonwealth that his eldest son will now be known as the Prince of Wales, the title His Majesty previously held for over 64 years. Prior to becoming the Prince of Wales, His Royal Highness was known as the Duke of Cambridge. He was given the title the Duke of Cambridge by Queen Elizabeth II on the day he married Miss Catherine Middleton in 2011. Upon the death of Her Majesty and the accession of King Charles III, Prince William also became the Duke of Cornwall. The Prince and Princess of Wales have 3 children: Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Their official residence is Kensington Palace, but they also spend some time at their private residence on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk. Early life. The Prince of Wales was born at 9:03 p.m. on 21 June 1982 at St Mary's Hospital, Paddington, London. A bulletin placed on the gates of Buckingham Palace announced that he weighed 7 pounds 1½ ounce. On 4 August 1982, Prince William Arthur Philip Louis was christened by the Archbishop of Canterbury Drive Robert Runcie in the music room at Buckingham Palace. Education. Prince William began his education at Mrs. Minor's Nursery School in West London before becoming a pupil at the Pre-Prep Wetherby School in 1987. From 1990, the young prince attended Ludgrove School in Berkshire for 5 years until he started at Eton College in 1995, where he took his GCSEs and A-levels. During his time at Eton, Prince William was made a House Captain of Games, House Captain and Prefect. He left Eton in 2000 with A-levels in Geography, Biology and History of Art. Like many students, His Royal Highness chose to have a gap year before beginning his university course in order to travel and gain a variety of new experiences. He undertook a number of new activities during the year, including preparation for survival exercises with the Welsh Guards in Belize, working as a volunteer with Raleigh International in Chile, working on a dairy farm in the UK, and visiting countries in Africa. University. In September 2001, Prince William began a 4-year Master of Arts degree course in History of Art at St Andrews University in Scotland. After 2 years, His Royal Highness decided to major in Geography rather than History of Art. For his final dissertation, the Prince chose to study the coral reefs of Rodrigues in the Indian Ocean. He also went on a field trip to Norway to see the Jostedalen ice cap, the largest in mainland Europe. While at university, His Royal Highness enjoyed a number of hobbies, including water polo, and was selected to represent the Scottish National University's water polo team in the annual Celtic Nations tournament against Wales and Ireland. The Prince graduated in June 2005 with a 2:1 Master of Arts Honours in Geography, after 4 years of study. Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Philip the Duke of Edinburgh, the King and Queen, then the Prince of Wales, and the Duchess of Cornwall, attended his graduation. Military career. Following university, His Royal Highness joined the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst as an officer cadet. After completing his 44-week training course, he was commissioned as an Army officer in December 2006 and joined the Household Cavalry Blues and Royals as a second lieutenant. A year later, he was promoted to rank of lieutenant. The Prince decided to pursue a flying career in the military and began training as a search and rescue pilot in early 2009. Following various skill-based training exercises and exams, Flight Lieutenant Wales, as he was known in the RAF, joined Sea Flight 22 Squadron at RAF Valley in Anglesey in September 2010 as a search and rescue pilot. He spent 3 years as a search and rescue pilot, during which time he undertook 156 search and rescue operations, undertook a routine operational deployment to the Falkland Islands, and qualified as an operational captain. East Anglian Air Ambulance. After leaving operational duties with the Armed Forces, His Royal Highness retrained to become an air ambulance pilot and worked for East Anglian Air Ambulance from March 2015 until July 2017. The Prince piloted operational missions out of Cambridge Airport, as part of a team including specialist doctors, critical care paramedics and pilots, providing emergency medical services across Bedfordshire, Cambridgeshire, Norfolk and Suffolk. The role required him to fly 999 emergency response teams to patients landing at roadsides, beaches, car parks, suburban gardens and school playing fields, getting the critical care team to the patient as quickly as possible. Of his time working with LA, His Royal Highness said, "It has been a huge privilege to fly with the East Anglian Air Ambulance. I have loved being part of a team of professional, talented people that save lives every day. My admiration for our country's medical and emergency services community could not be any stronger." Family life. On 29 April 2011, Prince William married Miss Catherine Middleton. The couple met while at St Andrews University and are now known as the Prince and Princess of Wales. They have 3 children: Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Their official residence is Kensington Palace in London, from where they continue to undertake official duties on behalf of the King. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis attend Lambeth School near Ascot. The family also spend some time living privately on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk, which was where they were based while His Royal Highness worked for East Anglian Air Ambulance. Titles. Following the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the King announced in his address to the nation and Commonwealth that his eldest son will now be known as the Prince of Wales, the title His Majesty previously held for over 64 years. On the occasion of his marriage, Queen Elizabeth II conferred a dukedom on Prince William of Wales. He received the titles Duke of Cambridge, Earl of Strathern, and Baron Carrickfergus. On St. George's Day 2008, Queen Elizabeth II appointed Prince William to be a Royal Knight Companion of the Most Noble Order of the Garter, and in her Diamond Jubilee year 2012, Her Majesty appointed His Royal Highness to the Order of the Thistle. Upon the accession of King Charles III, Prince William also became the Duke of Cornwall and the Duke of Rothesay. Supporting the monarch. The Prince of Wales is greatly inspired by the example of duty and leadership of his late grandmother Queen Elizabeth II, and also his father King Charles III. He works in support of the King and the royal family through his program of charitable work, Royal Duties, and in carrying out engagements in the UK and on official tours overseas. The Prince undertook a number of royal duties in support of and at times on behalf of Queen Elizabeth II in a variety of ways. He takes part in a number of important royal and official occasions, such as welcoming visiting heads of state on official state visits to the UK, trooping the colour and the Order of the Garter in Windsor. On behalf of the King, His Royal Highness hosts investitures at Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle throughout the year. At these ceremonies, the Prince presents medals to those who have been awarded honours in the New Year's Honours List or the King's Birthday Honours List. The Prince of Wales also plays a leading role alongside his father in moments of national remembrance by laying a wreath at the Remembrance Day ceremony at the Cenotaph in central London, and also attending significant services across the UK, Europe, realms and the Commonwealth. Royal patronage. His Royal Highness is currently President or Royal Patron of nearly 30 organizations and institutions, which reflect his interest in their work, their importance to the nation and issues he wishes to support. In his role as President of the Football Association, the Prince arranged to host a competitive grassroots football match at Buckingham Palace in 2013, to celebrate 150 years of the association. At the end of Queen Elizabeth II's 90th birthday year in 2016, Her Majesty stepped down as patron from a number of national organisations: the Royal African Society, Welsh Rugby Union and Amateur Swimming Association, now Swim England. Patronages were passed on to the Prince of Wales. Official engagements. Alongside his royal patronages, His Royal Highness also makes a series of official visits to towns and cities across the UK to champion work being done by organisations in the region, visit areas or sites of significance, and meet a broad range of people who are making a significant contribution to their community. Overseas tours. The Prince of Wales has carried out a number of overseas visits, including 2 realm and Commonwealth nations on behalf of Queen Elizabeth II, or to represent Britain at the request of the government. His Royal Highness carried out his first solo engagements representing Queen Elizabeth II in July 2005 as part of a private tour of New Zealand, where he attended ceremonies to mark the 60th anniversary of the Second World War in New Zealand and met veterans in Wellington and Auckland. He has visited a number of countries since, including joining the Princess of Wales on her first official overseas tour to Canada in July 2011. In 2012, their Royal Highnesses visited Malaysia, Singapore, Solomon Islands and Tuvalu as part of Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee year celebrations. Their Royal Highnesses with Prince George then visited New Zealand and Australia in spring 2014, followed by New York in December 2014. The Prince and Princess visited India, Bhutan and Canada in 2016. In 2017, their Royal Highnesses visited Paris, Poland, Germany and attended the Passchendaele commemorations in Belgium. Special military relationships. As a senior member of the royal family, the Prince of Wales is affiliated to a number of military regiments from all three branches of the British Armed Forces, as appointed previously by the Sovereign. In August 2006, Queen Elizabeth II appointed new Royal Commodores of various Royal Navy commands in recognition of the strong links between the Royal Navy and the royal family. The Prince of Wales was appointed Commodore-in-Chief of Scotland and Commodore-in-Chief of Submarines. In October 2008, Her Majesty appointed new Royal Air Force honorary appointments in recognition of the strong links between the Royal Air Force and the royal family. His Royal Highness was appointed Honorary Air Commandant of Royal Air Force Coningsby. In February 2011, Queen Elizabeth II gave her formal approval to the appointment of the Prince as Royal Colonel of the Irish Guards. It is His Royal Highness's first honorary appointment in the Army.